Hi friends, welcome back. And today we are going to discussing about introduction to microservices. What microservices do and what are the things we can able to understand. First, Microsoft can able to understand the microservices. Then we can able to go for building for microservices. Okay, like how we done for Node.js and Java, Python projects. A similar format we can able to build for microservice as well. Okay, the simple definition of the microservice is basically microservice is a small and loosely coupled and distributed service. It's a simple way you can able to say. It's a small, a loosely coupled and distributed service. It is a part of bordered microservice architecture and comparing to a set of loosely couple of microservices that operate together the solving for a common goal of all the things. Okay. A collection of microservices can be regarded as a system. You can able to mark it as a system. This microservice is basically it will give you for very quick response and loosely couple of that particular services. Okay, we can able to build very fast comparing to any other programming languages. This microservice is very quick to do that. Okay, the reason why the reason for building microservices. First, you can able to say the entry of the applications need to be rebuilt or built and redeployed are irrespective of how large or small to the changes. Something you have the changes into the application or redeploying time or small rebuilding for that time. Okay, small changes is also happen, but it is taking for 15 to 30 minutes to build. The times are not uncommon for the large applications, correct? You can able to say any application if you have something which is going to change something small changes also. Now the previous videos I have done for very small changes. It is taking for Java application to build for 256 seconds and Node.js also it is taken for around 80 seconds, right? The similar format we can able to say the command like it is go on increases, right? But it will take for minimum 15 to that if it is increased in the application more and more then it is common it will go for 15 to 30 minutes. A small change in a part of the application that has the potential to break the entire system also. As the application grow the size as the application grows in a size, its a part tend to become a more internals and it will become the code understanding and maintenance and difficulties will be increases. Is a small application also. If we go for larger applications or corresponding to larger resources and front end, back end, everything is coming to that, right? That moment, even you can able to say the consumption of the memory and requirement of the computer power also it is a huge because the larger application it will increase the day by day applications, right? Coding is more and more increases and also db space also increase more and more it will be increases. That moment we must be served some sufficient resources capacity and also limited their liability also it is a become difficulty. And also if you go for startup something some time and not we cannot able to deal something. Okay, and also if you do for some complete redeployment that moment also we can able to use something cloud based or something also it is very difficult for without microservices. Okay, if you use a single technology is used to implement that entire application for any application of the comparison of the between the generally and needs to specify the areas of the application Java or .NET and you need to consolidate for the monthlies and become they are among that all around the languages you have to consideration. You need to take care about that particular task. That is a particular task we need to require if it is go for single application it's a Java or .NET. Okay, and the team scalability also we need to take consideration. We need to take the team capability. What capability can team can do that? If it is a larger code base or complex code application, what kind of things it is if their team is comfortable to do that, mingle that entire coding on and all. This all the things it is very difficult to use it, right? If you go for microservice to build it, if you use the microservice to build that one, it will provide for scalability first. Without building for a reason, without building microservice, that all the things I explained in that. Okay, now I'm going to do for benefits if you microservices, if you do that scalability. First of all, means individual persons in the microservice architecture can scale to meet their demands, and smaller application can also scale both the horizontal as well the vertical also. Horizontal is nothing but by adding more instance. Vertical means increasing the resource available to instant, each instant. That it will give for scalability. First of all, scalability. Okay. And second one is modality, moderity. And this is also it will give you heavier, smaller standalone applications that has physically separated between process, force you to address the coupling at the front, force front of your design. Before doing all the things you could design demos, it will do that, and each application become the responsible for the fulfilling their few responsibilities and resulting getting for compact to other coding standards. And maintenance also very easy, and you can able to short circuits and everything it will give you for quick access. Okay, and teach delivery. And Microsoft applications are autonomous units that communicate over open standards. This means that all the technology choices behind the microservice implementations are for less significant comparing to month list. Okay, and even business logics are Node.js for API gateways and partisans and everything, and even it is Python also you can able to do for reporting and analysis also. Opportunity for experimentation. Okay, experimentation is nothing but the extension of the previous points. What are the points it is having, that point extensions? The microservice is autonomous and may be designed and deployed separately from its friends. It will have its own database separate from others. It can build in a language that is best suit for its purpose. This autonomous lets the team safely experimented with the new technologies, approaches, and for process and fail fast should one of the experiment fail. It may it is costly or relatively low and conference to single service and easy migration. You can able to do for easy migrations. There are two points I'm not missed out. Tech diversity and opportunities for experimentation. And four is easy migration. Fifth one, easy migrations. We have all worker in a large maintenance software system that were built one to decided world technologies. We can able to do for easily to migrate with any programming language without any complex. This microservices and releases and availabilities. Releases and availability And we can go down the business stops also. We can able to do, of course, we can able to might be said that poorly designed and strong coupling microservices, the complex independent interdependent sense. A good microservice architecture implies the loosely coupling where the services are autonomous and fully own their dependency and minimum of synchronization communications. When the microservice goes down also, it will invariability and impact some part of that system and affected certain users, but it will typically allow other part of the system to operate. This is the main point actually. In case if you are use the microservice, it will impact some places in case something happen, but it will remaining part we can be available. In case if you go for the other things, you need to say take care about the system and you need to take care about that so CPU and everything and technology, whether the team is knows and all or not. Everything you have to know whether we can able to upgrade, whether we can do all the things. We need to understand all the process. It is a costly comparing to any other language like a microservice. For even we have some limitation of that. Autonomous overviews are presented. Versionings. The versionings is a monolith tense of the strong straightforward as a code base lives in a single repository along with all the related tags and branches. When you check out any version, you can fairly sure that all the components are compatible and can be safely deployed together. Microservices tend to be deployed independently and houses the separate repository, but they still have the communication. It is a lot more difficult to keep tracking versions and ensure the compatibility when when the services are not overridden. The same challenges that apply to the code also apply for the configuration. There's a main versioning things and deployment automation. It might away with the manual copy where or air files over that application server in a data center. When you are deploying one application to a fair of services once a month, this process spoils a distinct micro, microservices architecture. When your team operates a field of several dons and microservices that routinely undergoing changes. Manual process will not cut it. Microservices need to be maintained DevOps, visualize and CI CD process to infrastructures into the microservices. And debugging also, it is a lot easy to debugging that interaction between the component of a system when they communicated in the same process. Easily when one component simply calls a method on another. This is usually just a matter of attaching the debugging of the process, stopping through the method calling, watching the variables. This is a no straightforward equal of this microservices. Services communications are neutralized difficulty to track the piece of together, requiring the additional tools, infrastructures, and complex. You do not want to find yourself in the middle of a system-wide outage in a microservice architecture. Data consistency also one of the things it is a limitation is presented. The relational databases has a benefit of ACD ID and another word we can able to transaction, and transaction takes is a very difficult from in a distributed systems. And testing also you can able to say manually are preferable with any automated test suite. Testing a single microservice does not paint that whole pictures. Even if the service is functional to the specification, it does not impact that the entire system will work as it designed. The only way that to be sure is to run more complex integrations and end-to-end acceptance testing, then only we can able to say this is best in the services. Okay, I hope this entire information help for you to understand that introduction. Even you can search in the Google also that microservice introduction. You can able to get for more information about the microservices. And here without microservice, if you are going to build any application, it is a very complicated because of you need to understand for all the things. And here also microservice has having some limitation also that, but you can able to do for faster at the single unit. Okay. Thank you for watching. Please do subscribe and share to your friends and colleagues. Thank you.